Crafty Cuties, today we are going to do a scrapbook layout, and I am using this photo from our very first snow day. So excited. And my idea to start off is to layer a bunch of different papers. And what I want to do is I want to avoid wasting a ton of paper. So if I am layering, we are going to be basically wasting a ton of the paper because see, if this plaid paper is going to be covered up, I'm basically wasting a huge square. So to avoid that, I'm going to take my X-Acto knife and any of the papers that are going to be covered, I am going to cut a frame out. It'll probably make more sense once I'm done. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So I made a little white mark where I want to have the frame start and stop. And I'm actually just going to use my paper trimmer here. A little easier than an X-Acto knife. And I'm just going to make sure not to cut all the way through. And this part is obviously optional. It is going to take extra time to do this, but if you are using some really pretty papers that you want to save, I definitely recommend it because it's just going to basically add bulk to your layout. Okay, so see, now we basically saved this entire piece that's like a probably 7 by 7. Let's see what we got going now. We have basically just a bunch of frames, and look, I actually ended up saving this entire piece right here, which I'm not using for the layout, but I'm really happy that I didn't waste that. And now we can kind of see what we have going on. And if I wanted, I could go ahead and even cut out the middle of this paper, which I may do. Okay, now that I have all of the pieces, we are going to go ahead and adhere them all down. The sun is literally shining in just in the right spot to make this lighting crazy. So I'm going to just go ahead and use my wet glue and adhere these all down right on top of one another. I'm going to leave a little bit of the edges without the glue so that I can kind of curl them up, and I'll show you what I mean once we're all done. Okay, so I'm putting the last mat down. And this would look really pretty stitched around the edges, but I don't think I'm going to do that today. But now I'm going to go around the edges and basically just kind of fold them up. And I'm just going to do that to all of the layers. I'm not going to make it super noticeable, but this would definitely look a lot better if it was stitched. I am just finishing curling up these edges, and if you can kind of see what I am doing here, I will zoom you in. I basically take my 2 fingers and I'm just pinching and then pulling like so right along the edge of the paper, and I will do that a few times. You could totally take some type of a distressor to de-stress the edges if you wanted. I know Tim Holtz has one, or there's just a bunch of different ways you could really do this. You could add some distress ink on the edges, which would actually look really nice if you were using lighter colors. I'm not going to do that. I may do that for this top page here, just to add a little bit of dimension. And then you can kind of see how each page is just a little curled up. I didn't go crazy. I mean, I am crazy, but I didn't go crazy on the papers. So I am going to take my walnut stained distress ink and I am going to go around the edges of just this top one, I think, because I did think that would add some nice dimension to this page right here. And so we had our snow day and it didn't last very long. I mean, pretty typical for Portland, Oregon. It's all melting off right now and it's a mess out there basically. But I would say we got more ice than snow, but we definitely had a couple hours of snowfall and Alistair was thrilled to play in it, of course. You know, kids, they are not fazed by the coldness of the snow. Okay. And I'm just doing this pretty lightly. Like, it might look like I'm really dipping in there, but my ink is getting a little low, so. And I want to create a little pocket so that I can add a tag behind. So I'm going to zoom you back out a little bit more. Going to use this vellum piece right here. And I'm just going to use my wet glue to get some glue right in the middle here, because I am going to lift these edges up as well. And then I'm going to create the pocket behind the actual photo. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just add the liquid glue right around the edges of this photo. And I printed this photo at home actually just on some cardstock because I am all out of my photo paper and I haven't been able to buy any more. So I've just been working with what I got. Okay, I changed my mind. I'm actually going to use this because I like the top of the tag. So I'm going to pop that in there and I will do my journaling on the back. And I'm going to trim this just a little bit because I don't need too much. Okay. And now I want to add, I'm going to cover up the photo because I want to add some splatters of my color shine. So I'm just gonna shake that up. And I actually like to just take this out. Some people probably spray, I don't really know. And this splatters really nicely. And I really like the turquoise on this color, or on this color scheme. And just gonna kind of, you know, do it all over. I just want to avoid the photo, which is why I'm covering that up. And try to get some down here. There we go. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Now, I want to keep this pretty plain and not use too many embellishments, which is hard because I have a ton of really cute embellishments. So I am going to allow myself to use a couple. And I think I'm going to place this right here. I don't know, that just doesn't look right to me. There's no better day than a snow day, or bring on winter. You know, I'm just feeling like those really do not go. Maybe we will just keep it super simple and put these little mittens down here, and this is really hard for me, but I feel like this has enough going on with all of the different layers, and yeah, so I'm just gonna keep it simple. And I'm going to go ahead and put these cute little mittens right here. Kind of make it look like they're hanging from the photo. There we go. That was very, very easy. Maybe I'll allow myself to add this little, let's see. Well, you know, I'm feeling like it should go right here, not up here. Okay, so I'll add this one and then we will be done. So I hope that you guys enjoyed watching the process for this scrapbook layout. It was obviously simple and there's not too much to it. I think this would work well with a ton of different pictures and themes, and yeah, I really actually like the simplicity of it. And I also feel like there's enough detail to keep me happy. So if you guys liked this video and you want to see more scrapbook layouts, be sure to let me know, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye!